This is KBBI AMA 90 Homer, and right now I am with a YouTuber at nearly 200,000 subscribers. He is the creator of the brand Seventh, and he is a noted Drake stan. Introduce yourself.
What's up, what's up, what's up? It's Leek, man, in the building.
Alright, so we're going to start from the very beginning. So I did my research, and you started YouTube 5 years ago. Why did you...
Yeah.
How was the... how did you start off? Like, why'd you want to start YouTube?
Honestly, I was just a kid with no friends, honestly. Like, I think I started, like, when I was 12. My aunt, she had gave me a camera. She told me, she said she wanted me to start making movies. And I was just like, well, I don't know how to do that. But, like, I really invested myself into learning it. And like I said, I had no friends, so I had all the time on my hands, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of went from there. I remember I started when I was 12 years old on Christmas Day. So, like, every Christmas is, like, my anniversary on YouTube.
Yeah, I remember I was first introduced to you. I think I was looking for reactions to the Rodeo album by Travis Scott.
And yeah. I used to react to a lot of albums right there.
Yeah, so I guess that sort of leads into my next question. What do you think about the state of reaction videos and why people continue to do those types of videos?
Man, saying, coming from somebody who's been on YouTube for a while, it's a lot of new age people out here that, and I'm not dissing nobody, it's just a lot of new age people out here that, they do the reaction thing when they first come on YouTube for clout or just for money, you know what I'm saying? And it was back then when I did them, when I first was doing them, like with the ICJ Fish thing, like you said, the Travis Scott rodeo, like it was like, because I have a genuine love for music, you know what I'm saying? Like, if anybody knows who's been rapping, like, I have a genuine love for music. Like, I'm just not, a dude who's just doing reactions just to, like, get the views or whatever. Like, but the state of reactions now is just kind of, it's overcapacitated. It's clustered. It's kind of hard to find, the thing that you want to, because you have all these people who do dry reactions. Back then, when I was coming up, it was like Big Quint. It was like, who else was doing reactions heavy?
Yeah,
I would even say Ziz was like one of the, like, he kind of caught it, like, before it got clustered. Ziz kind of caught it.
I think
then, Big Quint.
I think Ziz was like the start of, like, the big saturation in reaction videos. Like, I think him, when he started doing reaction videos heavy, I think that's when everything started to spike up.
Yeah, when Ziz started?
Yeah, when Ziz started, people like Tyrone Magnus, those type of people.
Yeah. Ziz, I think when Ziz started, it kind of gave everybody, like, oh, like, we can really, like, kind of get famous off of this, And, like, that's why, like, I kind of cut the line off at Ziz, because when Ziz started, everybody thought, it was like a get-rich-quick thing, It was kind of like, oh, yeah, we can get subscribers fast. But, like, before that, like I said, like, people who was really doing it just, like, out of the love for doing it and not for the views, like Big Quint and, like, Ziz and like Tyrone Magnus, I think, is a dude. He didn't really do music reactions. He was doing like
YouTube
reviews and stuff like that.
Like it was still it was still in the sort of like realm of reactions. You look at YouTube videos, regardless if it's like music or if it's just content.
Yeah. It was, the reaction thing back then was like super dry. Super dry. Like DNB Nation even kind of caught it before it kind of got clustered, but it was super dry back then because people didn't understand it. But now, like, I really don't understand it because reactions on YouTube get so many views for nothing, bro. It's kind of like disheartening to, like, for the real content creators, people who really have art to put out here, and to see reactions get so much love, people get put on my reaction. I'm not, like I said, I'm not dissing nobody, but it's just it's kind of like a thing where it's not like a lot of homage paid to you if you get like super on by reactions, because it's no art in it, And like I said, I pay homage to Big Quint and Ziz and all them because they like really did it out of the love. But people that's doing that for clout kind of don't have respect,
Yeah, I understand completely, and I feel like everybody just wants to, sort of bite that wave, and they want to put these various up and coming YouTubers into this box where they're only allowed to do this one thing and not really branch out to other types of videos.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about it.
All right, so I want to go back again when you had your name It's your boy MB. How come you changed the name from that to Leek, what it is currently?
Honestly, it was it was because people they didn't know how to pronounce my name. Like honestly, like people would come up to me like, "Oh, you're that A it's bomb dude." I'm like, "No, it's A, it's your boy and B." And people were like, seriously, they couldn't put me in on YouTube and find me. They couldn't pronounce it. So I was just like, man, like what can I change my YouTube name to? To really like get people to recognize me by just that and not like mispronounce it or mess it up. As growing up, like my cousins, my friends, my mom, my dad, everybody calls me Leek. It's just for short. Like nobody around me really calls me Leek unless like my mom is mad at me or something like that. But like like everybody calls me Leek. Ever since I was a child, that's all I remember. So I was just like, man, what if I change it to Leek? Because I didn't see anybody on YouTube who was doing it. So yeah, that's like really what sparked that.
So it was sort of like you wanted to make it more like accessible for the common person searching up a YouTuber.
Yeah, I just really felt like it was like Asia Boy and B was kind of like one of those weird like usernames like you'll find on like MySpace back in the day. It was like really weird. Like, I just feel like nobody like really got it and really was able to decipher like the A, it's your boy and B. So I just like kind of dumbed it down for the community.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want to know where you got the idea for the Uncle Charles character that you had like even way back, and you would like.
I might have said that's way back, bro.
Yeah, you had Uncle Charles, and you would bring him back sort of like randomly, like in the future. In recent times, like I saw him brought up a few times, but where'd you get the idea for like the Uncle Charles character?
Right, man. The Uncle Charles thing came from like when I was doing skits like heavy back in the day. But I seen this dude on Instagram. A lot of people know him as Catlin Fox. He's kind of like the dude who kind of made Lil Yachty's song "One Night" big.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that, but he had like all these like he never named them though, but he had like all these alter egos, all these characters on his like Twitter videos and like Instagram videos and stuff like that. And I was like, bro, it's like dope. And like I obviously had inspirations from like different people, like Heartbeat. She's an old YouTuber. She had like characters on her YouTube channel, and Chief and Dell. They had characters. And I was like, bro, like, what's something I can, like, I was trying to bite from them, but I was like, bro, like, what's a character I can bring on my channel? And, I always had this, like, accent where I can speak like an old man in a way. And I was like, bro, what if I bring, like, a grandpa? And I was like, nah, like an uncle, like a cool uncle. And so I just started, like, writing mad scripts to just, like a cool, drunk uncle type, thing. And it kind of blew up. Like, a lot of people know me out there. And I really want to bring it back, but skit thing, it's a thing that's up in the air for me right now. But yeah, like that's really how the Uncle Charles thing came about.
What you just said, it sort of leads into my next question. Do you see yourself like reviving that character? Do you see yourself going back into the older skits?
I really want to, man. It's a love and hate thing, bro, because the way my channel has been going lately, YouTube kind of, killing it. I wouldn't even say killing it, bro. It's just, with the whole algorithm thing. YouTube has done so many things behind the scenes. Like they can just do a whole bunch of just crazy stuff when it comes to certain things. And with the skits being like a thing I like to do, I really want to bring it back. But it's just, I'm trying to get my channel back to a state where it can get, the views I deserve. For the content I'm creating, because like I really feel like some of my skits I have is like the best thing ever, but like they just never got love,
Yeah.
And it just got like disheartening after a while. Like you see, like the views I would get off of like the content I would like really create out of my heart. So that's why I kind of like went to doing different things. But yeah, I really want to bring skits back. I have so many on my computer. A lot of people don't know. I think like a good 5 skits written up, like ready to go, ready to upload. But I just feel like it's not the right time. It's not the right time to do it just because I just want the masses to see it,
You want to feel like it's the right time. I understand.
Yeah, like I really want to feel like it's the right time to just, put that up there. So, yeah, I mean, like when the time, I really feel like it's almost time, but I'm trying to get, my channel back to a place where I feel comfortable doing it. But yeah, it's coming, like, I would say like next 2-3 months.
All right, for sure. We're going to go back. We're still going to go back into the past of the Leek channel. What happened to the old collaboration channel, The Outsiders?
Wow, you went crazy back. That's crazy. Yeah, man. So like, that channel was fun, bro. Honestly, let me tell you the truth though. I don't even know what happened to that channel, bro, because we had a schedule. Like, it was me and like 3 girls. It was like me, this girl named Tony, this girl named, honestly, I couldn't even tell the names no more, bro. It was such a long time ago. But like, it was mad cool though. Like, it's all love there. But Tony had hit me up because Tony, she was like a subscriber of mine. She was like, bro, like your skits are like hilarious, like blah blah blah. You know, I'm trying to like do this thing where it's like a collab channel. You know, like back then, collab channels was huge. You know, everybody had. I'm trying to think of one. Can't really think of one off the top of my head, but I just know a lot of people were doing collab channels like back 2012, 2013, like that era YouTube. And I was like, I'm super down. So we started it, like, I think my day was like a Wednesday, and we would have these theme weeks. So like we'll have like a week where we do like a video about music or a video about school. And so we had it going for like, I think a strong 3 months. And then like, I forgot who didn't upload, but somebody didn't upload on their day, and then the next day, that person didn't upload on that day. And then it was kind of like, what are we doing? I remember I uploaded, but like, it just really died out, and I like lost contact with all of them. But Tony, she like friended me on Facebook like I think a year or 2 ago. And that's like the last, I mean, I didn't talk, she hasn't messaged me anything, but like, that's like, I haven't really talked to him at all. Like, I wouldn't say I forgot about him, but it's just like kind of a thing that just died out. It just kind of grew out of it, really.
Right. So they all sort of just disappeared. Like, they all sort of faded out from
yeah, bro. I can't even tell you like if they're successful on YouTube or not right now. I don't even know if they're still doing YouTube, bro. Honestly, like I'm not even trying to sound cocky off of this, bro. But it's just like I really don't. I think I was the only one out of the whole crew that kind of like
wanted to stay motivated.
Blew up, you know.
Yeah, you stayed consistent and motivated, where the rest of it didn't seem very steady. The group.
Right, yeah, man. It was just, I don't know. When I was coming up on YouTube, it was kind of like a thing where I just knew this was for me, and I couldn't quit, even with them doing what they was doing, I couldn't quit at all.
All right, so one more question about, your other endeavors as far as YouTube goes. Are there any plans for the Leek 2.0 channel? Because I remember you created that channel amidst the, among the drama of YouTube, and demonetizing
right
demonetizing the demonetizing channels. So like what are the plans for that channel?
Man, I think about that every day, honestly, because I care about YouTube so much. Like YouTube it changed my life. YouTube gave me like my career in a way. It gave me like so many connections with so many people, and the thing that happened with my channel, where YouTube kind of they didn't really demonetize it, but they hurt me analytically.
Mm-hmm.
In the algorithm screwed me like so bad. Like you look at all these YouTubers that's kind of laughing at me in a way, and I'm not even mad at it, bro, because it's just like I know it's not my fault. And so with all that what's happening, I created Leek 2.0, and I really want to make that. I don't want it to be a new channel. I'm not trying to make a second channel because I got like 800 videos on my main, bro. I've been doing that since I was 12. I'm like 19 now. I'm almost 20. Like I got so much like invested into this channel. So like with Leek 2.0, I really want to make it like when I get like 1 million, I think I want to make that into like a vlog channel or like a gaming channel. But who knows, man? Like I really want to do something with that channel because it has like a small following right now, but I really feel I can grow it. But I don't know. It might be a short film channel. A lot of people they want those back, but who knows? But I am going to do something with that channel though. Most definitely, I just don't know what, because I really don't know what the direction that my main is going right now. So, yeah.
All right, so you created the 7th clothing brand as part of like a merch, and it was you're the genius, you're the creator behind that. So what's the meaning behind the clothing brand for you personally?
Man, 7th is kind of like, 7th is like my baby, bro. That's something I grew from like the ground up, like something I take pride in. Like I feel like I wouldn't say I care about 7th more than YouTube, but like it's up there, bro. But 7th was created. I've always I developed a love for fashion, like I would say my junior year in high school, because A$AP Rocky was doing it, but he was like creative director for like Dior. He was modeling for Dior. And I was seeing like the direction, Ian Connor, Kanye West is like one of my huge inspirations when it comes to fashion. Like I was seeing the way they was moving with it, and a lot of people they look at starting a business or a brand for the money, bro. It was really for me for the art. Like, I really rocks with it. And so Seven was created off of I've been raised in the church all my life, and seven in the Bible is like, it's like a number of completion because they say God created the world in 7 days. And, I always wanted people to feel complete when they wear my clothing. Like, this is like it's just more than, a brand. Like, seventh is like a lifestyle. Like, finish what you started. That's kind of like what it's branded off of. Finish what you started. Like, be a hustler, do what you do and be the best at it. Like, that's what seventh is branded around. So that's kind of what seven means right there.
And didn't you name Seventh after where you grew up in New Orleans?
Oh, yeah. I'm from the Seventh Ward in New Orleans, so I'm paying homage to that. I miss home. I miss New Orleans a lot. I was stripped away when I was I think it was like 8 years old when like Hurricane Katrina came in, and I ended up in South Carolina. But yeah, it's paying homage to that as well. I got much love for like Seventh Ward, Ninth Ward, all that. The whole inner city, uptown, downtown, all that. But Seventh Ward is like where I grew up. So it's, it kind of worked out because I'm from the Seventh Ward. Seven has always been like, a prominent number in my life. So it all kind of like circled around.
Why is it so important to rep where you came from on the topic of coming from New Orleans?
Coming from New Orleans is such a special place, really. Like, that city. I came from, the era that I was, in New Orleans from like the age of 0 to like 9, Lil Wayne was coming out. Like, the city was hot when it came to music, and it's kind of weird to say, but like Lil Wayne and like Birdman, all them like kind of like made me want to rep my city even more because you always hear them in their songs like that Holly Grove, blah 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 blah, and it was just like a thing in New Orleans where like we was repping Juvenile, Cash Money records hard, like and I always kind of, wanted to pay homage the way they did because I was so proud of where I came from. Like, Seven was such a special place to me because, I learned so many lessons coming from there. And, it's such a special place. And I always feel like I got to rep it. Even though, like, I've grown up in South Carolina, like, Seven Ward is where I come from. It's like, it's so much love for that place. And I feel like I got to, show love to it because I feel like I was stripped away from the Seventh Ward at such a young age, really appreciate the city. But I go back and visit it as many times as I can, bro, because I got so much love for New Orleans.
All right, so to sort of transition that, you mentioned this briefly around when Hurricane Katrina happened. Your move to South Carolina, how long ago was that and why?
My move to South Carolina was like 12 years ago, probably, or 11, like 10. It's one of those. But, yeah, like Hurricane Katrina came out, I think it was like second, third grade. And, in New Orleans, we get hurricanes like, any other city would get bad storms. But, hurricanes is like always a threat that nobody really like takes heed to. They're just like, oh, it's a hurricane, But, like, Katrina was like really coming for us, but like people like downplayed it because we had got so many other hurricanes that were supposed to be real hurricanes, but they were just like really bad storms, like tropical storms. But Hurricane Katrina came, and we saw I remember my mom looking on the TV, and she was like, no, this is like something. Because the eye of the storm was like bigger than any other eye that we had seen. I think it was like 4 stages. It was something crazy like that. But my mom was like, yeah, we got to go. I remember us leaving the day the hurricane was coming, so it was raining crazy outside, and the traffic was coming. They had the prisoners getting out. It was crazy. Like, that whole, I need to write a book on it. Like, the whole, like, the scenery of everything was crazy. But, yeah, we ended up in Mississippi for like a week, and we was pretty much homeless for about a week or two, maybe 3. Actually, no, we were homeless for longer than that, bro. We came to South Carolina. We stayed with my aunt for like 2 months. So we were homeless for about, I think, 2 months, and then we moved into an apartment, and then another apartment, and we got a house out here. So, yeah, we've been here ever since.
So you guys chose South Carolina because of family connections?
Yeah. My aunt, she had a job at Verizon here, and I had my cousins here, and so my aunt, she had called us up like, yo, y'all can come stay with us, until you get back on your feet. And, that's where, like, my aunt, she moved from here like 8 years ago, because she only stayed here for like the 3 years, like I think the first 3 or 4 years that we were here. But yeah, she moved out, and my grandma was staying here for a while. My other aunt was staying here for a while. A couple of my cousins, like a lot of my mom's side, moved over here, and we kind of chilled over here for a couple of years, and then everybody else moved back to New Orleans or like Alabama or somewhere. And like I'm like, this is all we have right here in South Carolina right now. We don't have no family here, so Yeah, South Carolina is like a weird place. You know, nobody really thinks South Carolina is a place to move, but you know, it kind of worked out because it's not a bad place to grow up. I mean, it gets boring after a while, but it's not a terrible place.
And,
Columbia, at least.
and how come your family didn't move back to New Orleans or, like you said, to other places like Alabama or maybe Georgia?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a couple of my family, they moved back, you know, as the years went on. And, you know, like I said, New Orleans is a special place. And we got so much history there, at least our family, bro. Like, you know, our house, like the house I stayed in, my grandma stays in now. So we can't let that go, you know. And like my aunt, she had moved here for a Verizon job. So she moved to Alabama to continue, you know, a higher position at her job. So, yeah, you know, I don't know, it's weird. We never moved back just because, you know, this is kind of a better place to raise kids, I guess, you know, than the inner city of New Orleans. You know, I mean, the city is never a great place to raise kids, but I don't know why we really stayed here and then moved back. But, you know, it all worked out in the end.
Okay, so being in South Carolina, you've met a lot of important people that you still hold close to you to this day. One of them being Mills Davis, the guy I interviewed last. He's a rapper, producer, a whole bunch of stuff. But
yeah, he's everything. That dude is a maniac.
I heard his perspective on how you guys met, but I want to know from your perspective how you met Mills Davis.
Man, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy because I've been knowing Mills since like the third, fourth grade. Like, I remember moving to this neighborhood I live in now, and I went to this school, this elementary school, and you know, Mills was like always there from the fourth grade. But like, we really didn't get close to like senior year in high school. Because I remember I had a short film I was shooting called, I think it was One For Me. And, you know, Mills was, you know, he was an artist I knew, and he had some pretty good music, but he was just not getting like to the camera game. And I knew he had a pretty nice camera, and I was just like, yo, bro, like, you know, can you come help me with the short film? Like, I got bread for you, like, you know what I'm saying, I'll pay you. But I was just like, I really need some help. And he was like, yeah, I'm down. So we had this mutual friend named Vincent Davis, and like I said, I've always known Mills. It's kind of like one of those dudes, like, you just say what's up to you, keep it moving. But Vincent had kind of like made us cool. He was like the glue that brought us together. He had, you know, brought me to the studio for the first time. And yeah, we was talking about the short film, you know, blah, blah, blah. We just really chopping it up. And the energy was so there. You know, we kind of, it wasn't kind of one of those things like, all right, we friends. We just kind of like, bro, we just started kicking it every day, like on the tip. Like, it was just crazy. You know, we had some of the same goals, and the energy was, like I said, it was crazy. You know, we got the short film done. I remember he was playing some music. And I had a song, I mean, at the time, he had this song named Bob's, and I was like, bro, you need to put this out, because at the time, he was making, like, different music, you know, and Bob's was so different to what he was putting out, and I was like, bro, you need to drop that, like, now. And he was like, yeah, a little bit hesitant, because, like I said, it was different, but it worked out. I think it was, like, his first song to hit 10K on SoundCloud, like, it was crazy, bro. I just knew, like, bro, like, he's going to be a big name one day. Like, you know, he got so much to offer musically. You know, the Sonics, bro, it's crazy, man. That dude's a maniac, bro. For real.
To continue with you guys' friendship, I know that being around an artist can really influence you. So I want to talk about your brief rap career.
No.
Did he influence you to be like, yo, come hop on the track, or?
Bro, I really don't even know. Honest to God, bro, I couldn't even tell you what motivated me to make that track. I think it was like a bit or something, though. But, like, I don't know, bro. Honestly, it was a joke at first, but then, like, the lyrics kind of became a little bit too serious. Because at this point in time, I was dealing with some girl, you know what I'm saying, that really had, like, she really played with me, you know what I'm saying? So I was, like, a little bitter about it. And so, like, it was, like, playful at first, then it kind of, like, went serious, bro. And I don't know. I couldn't tell you, what motivated me to make that track, but it was just, yeah, I don't even like talking about it. It got views on SoundCloud. That's the crazy thing. But to me, it's, like, the most trash thing ever. But he was, like, gassing hard. Like, he was gassing so hard. And I remember Mills had put me on the track. And I got a little bit more serious about that, but that's still, like, you know, Mills has progressed so much as an artist. I feel like I was hurting his career with that verse I put on games. But it was at the time, we was gassing it hard. Like, bro, I'm telling you, like, the progression we've made, you know, it's crazy from then.
So why'd you transitionally, like, fade away from the potential rap career that you could have held on to?
I don't know, man. Like, I really, like, honestly, you probably won't even believe me when I say I can write, bro. I'm really a writer. Like, I write short films, I write playwrights, I write skits. You know, I'm a writer, bro, and I probably can ghostwrite for a couple people, bro. Like, that's like, I really have that much faith in myself. But it was just kind of like one of those things. Like I don't know. I guess stayed in my place. Like I really wasn't where I wanted to be with YouTube. I still am not, but I just felt like I just focused on like YouTube and rap. Kind of like I said, I'm a good writer, but I just really at the time it wasn't for me. Like in the future I got some like future like playful tracks coming. But like as far as like really taking it serious, like other YouTubers that have taken the music thing serious, like DDG and Queen Asia. I mean, if it happens, it happens, bro. But like, I'm not like banking on it though. It's not something I really focus on.
All right. So to expound upon important people that you've met in South Carolina, how did you meet Malia, and how did you guys start dating?
Bro, this is crazy. Like she DM'd me on Instagram like a while back. This is when I had about 20,000 followers on Instagram. No, I mean on YouTube. My bad. And she had DM'd me.
Wait, so she shot her shot?
What's that?
She shot her shot in your DMs?
Yeah, she shot her shot, which is crazy because I wasn't used to that. Females around here is not that bold, so it was like really weird, bro. And I remember she sent me some hard eyes, and I had hit her back or something. I was just spitting game. I really at the time I've even told her this. I wasn't even like banking on her. Like I had been like at this time, bro. I was like I wouldn't even call myself a player, bro. But I just had so many females I had like talked to, and they had faded away. So like I was just so used to like females coming in and out of my life, So I really wasn't banking on her to be like my girlfriend of almost 3 years now. And so like I talked to her. We had exchanged numbers or whatever, and the connection was there. I remember I took her on a date within like a week of talking to her, but that's like how much I was feeling her. I took her to the Olive Garden, and remember the next day, we went to the mall, and I kissed her, which was like really weird, bro, because I wasn't used to kissing girls that quick. You know what I'm saying? Like we keep it cordial over here, nah. But like it was kind of like one of those things. It went kind of fast, our talking stage, but to see where we are now is crazy, bro. Because like I said, like I was going, so many females like at the time was like coming into my life and out of my life so quickly because a lot of females at the time just had bad intentions, bro. And I just wasn't rocking with it. You even ask males. Like I used to call the females I was talking to friends, bro. I was like, I got a lot of friends. I was been a player, but yeah, like Millie's kind of changed me.
Right. She's in college, right?
Yeah. She's like a sophomore in college right now.
Okay, so to transition to that, why did you choose not to go to college?
Oh man, that was a fight. Cheaper to stack, which my parents were so on me because my pops didn't go to college, and my mom she got a bachelor's, and so my pops he'll beat on me like you need to go to college because I didn't go. But my pops is like like I get all my business from my pops. My pops is like a money making genius. That dude's a hustler. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, bro, if you don't, what I'm saying? If you don't go to college, I don't have to go. You know what I'm saying? My mom she was really pushing me. I almost went to a couple colleges, bro. I had applied to like 2 or 3, but my GPAs were so trash. It was kind of hard to get to the ones I wanted to. Because at the time, I had the intentions of going to college just for the wrong reasons, like parties and stuff like that. I was young, 17. I was just wild out of high school, thinking I would have some freedom or whatever. But I really got this YouTube thing. I had a talk with one of my people at Broadband TV. Shout out to Broadband. And they were really telling me I had like a real career in this YouTube thing if I was taking it seriously. And I felt like, in high school, I couldn't really focus on YouTube full time the way I wanted to. And I felt like college would be a hindrance. And so, I just really took this YouTube thing full throttle, put the gas on it, and it took off, like really became my career. I was making really good money at a point in time, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just really took off. Like, and, it was an opportunity. I really just saw not going to college as an opportunity to, kind of focus on myself and what I want to do in life instead of like, what other people wanted me to do. Like, a lot of people in my family that kind of, didn't take me not going to college well, but, they look at me now and they see where I was coming from at the point in time.
All right. And I guess, you've come to that decision. So what advice would you give to those who are unsure of their future or someone who's not sure they want to go to college?
Have a plan. Have a plan. You just can't say, I'm not going to go to college and I have a plan. Like, when I was doing that, I had a plan. Like, I was going to take this YouTube thing full throttle, like videos every day, grinding every day. with meals every day. Like, man, we got so many stories about the time we graduated. Like, just grinding, just bro, it's crazy. But yeah, just have a plan. Like, have a plan, and just to tell your parents, because when you tell somebody, like, when it comes to your future, like, your parents are gonna care, your grandma's gonna care, your grandparents, whoever, they're gonna care about your future. So you gotta have a plan to tell them, like, hey, this is the reason I'm not gonna go to college, and you gotta like let them know, like, at least a 2 to 5 year plan. I mean, I would say give them like a 2-year plan of to where you want to be, and really grind, man. You just can't be out here sitting like, oh, I'm at mom's house, every day. Man, it's just not an extended, vacation. It's just not an extended summer vacation. Like, you really a working person now, so you got to treat your craft, whether you do radio, YouTube, music, like, you got to treat it like a real job. Like, really go hard on it, and it's gonna work out, man. If you got the heart, anything can happen for real.
On a less serious note, I want to know, you are a noted like lover of Drake's music. I want to know.
Oh, yeah.
I want to know how you got into Drake and why you rep so hard for him as an artist.
Man, Drake, like, a lot of people know this, bro. I mean, I be playing on YouTube, like, I'm like the biggest Drake fan, blah, blah, blah. But, like, Drake really, like, his music helped me through a really hard time. I remember, like, sophomore year, bro, it's like one of the hardest years of my life, bro. I don't like throwing the word depression around a lot, bro, but I guess you could say I was a little bit depressed, bro. I just felt like I wasn't up there with kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, the YouTube thing was going for me, and I think my sophomore year, I think I was getting a little bit of buzz. I think I had like 10,000-15,000 subscribers. I was getting picked on bad. Like, people didn't understand it, like, bro. I was just, like, really going through a lot. It's like a midlife crisis. I was 16, bro, 14. Well, I don't know how old I was, but, Drake, I just felt like I could relate to him. At the point in time, like, he had songs like, what was that song? Girls Like Beyonce, bro. And Girls Like Beyonce was hard to me. And, like, oh, yeah, I was getting, like, my heart broke. Like, bro, females was always been playing with me, dog. Like, bro, these females, I remember at the point in time I was talking to, like, a senior. She broke my heart bad. But, I really felt like I just, like, relate to Drake when it came to, like, girls and, like, success and really grinding, bro. So I just really clicked with him as an artist because I feel like I couldn't really relate to any other artist the way I was related to him. Like, that's why I rep him so hard, bro. Because he, like, really brought me out that funk, that when I'm feeling down, like, I was turning some Drake, and, we get right back into motion. Like, that's really the love I got for him.
I want to talk about Views, because that album was pretty bad to me. And there were so many terrible lines on here. I do not like that album at all. And I think Child's Play is the worst song that he's ever made.
What? You took it too far.
Child's Play was awful.
I can agree with you. Views isn't his best album. A lot of people gas that album.
Views is his worst album.
His best album. I feel like anybody would say is Take Care. But Views is kind of like, I feel like he did a lot of experimenting with that album. A lot of experimenting with the sonics and the sound, bro. And I see why you didn't like it, because, like I said, Child's Play is like a really different song.
Child's Play was terrible. Him talking
it's
about
really repetitive after a while. I can see where you're coming from.
I mean, not even just the hook, but like the first verse where he was talking about being with his chick at a cheesecake and how he likes to go there and how she says he's acting light skinned. I can't take you nowhere. That's no. That song is terrible. And then
look, somebody broke his heart for real. Like, that's probably based off like a true story for real. Like some probably like some Instagram model, probably like, I don't know, Brittany Renner or somebody. One of them Instagram models probably was like really like on some crazy stuff at the point in time. The dude went to the studio really blacking out his feelings, like, you know what I'm talking about, like crazy.
Yeah, but like right after that line, he hid the keys from his girl so that she could go get tampons. Like, yo, you're wildin'. Yeah,
that man is, look, I'm telling you, but for him to go that detailed in it and for it to be so spastic in a storyline, it had to be based on a true story. I really feel like some girl was really playing with him at a point in time. Like, he really was angry in the studio with 40, like, yo, I gotta get this out. Made it into a hit.
I can't, because there are so many songs that sound so uninspired, so many like dumb lines that like honestly hurt my brain cells. It was,
oh Lord.
Like, do you remember some of the lines off of here?
Man, I'm trying to think. What's a line I really didn't get?
He said, I get green like Earth Day, or you toying with me like Happy Meal. All of those are terrible.
Oh yeah, he did say you was touring with him. Like, yeah. He said some pretty, but that's always what he always has those like weird punchlines that nobody really gets until like a year after listening. So it's like, oh, that's what he meant. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just really weird. I get what you're saying though. Like,
but like
that Happy Meal is like a little bit cringe. I can't even lie to you.
How don't you get toying with it like Happy Meal? Like, you would have to be like really like dumb to not be like, wow, I don't know what that means.
McDonald's cup in the studio. It was like McDonald's Happy Meal. Like, I'm telling you, I really feel like he goes off a real inspiration. I really feel like he does, man.
I can't. Like, I wish I could bring up more lines off of here because it was just, I can't. It's not very good. I could tell you the songs that I do like off of here.
What's that?
Okay, so I liked You With Me. I love Feel No Ways. I love the sample off of Western Road Flows. Redemption was really good. Summer's Over Interlude. And a few other songs that like I may listen to, but like I don't like really love. But like,
like I said, I think it was an album he really experimented because I think that was like one dance stuff was on that. He was really bringing like a whole bunch of different sounds, like a lot of different samples he was bringing on. It was just weird. Like I think the dance hall thing kind of like faded out for him. He had a couple hits like Control and One Dance, and then he had like he tried to. Like, a lot of people think this new track he got like Nice for What. It's like his first time sampling like New Orleans bounce music, but like Child's Play was the first time he sampled New Orleans bounce music. Because I don't know if you can hear it like in the background. It's like a New Orleans bounce thing in the back. But like he sampled that. He sampled a whole bunch of different sounds, and it came out really different. I wouldn't say bad, but it came out different.
I mean, like I wish I could sort of agree, but I do see that he was experimenting. But like I also feel like he didn't put enough effort in. Like I feel like a lot of those songs were just like, it feels like he was trying to like rush, just be like, you know what, I'm gonna just release this song sounds fine enough.
Oh, you going crazy. You really coming for him.
It's songs like let's see here, Still Here, Child's Play, Pop Style, what else, Turn the 6 Upside Down, It's a 9 Now. Like, no,
that was hard though.
No,
I never thought of that.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious.
Oh my
I'm like,
goodness.
Really? Like I remember he said it. I was like, hold up. I didn't have.
You seriously sat there and you was like, whoa. You sat there and you was like, whoa. You really turned down. You really turned the 6 upside down, and it's a 9. Like,
that's a 9 now.
That was deep.
Nah.
But I like Drake, and I wish that I loved him more. I loved If You're Reading This, It's Too Late, and I love Take Care.
That's like top 3 albums from him. But people sleep on that mixtape so much.
Like it's the way I'd rank it, I'd put Take Care first, If You're Reading This, It's Too Late second, So Far Gone third. Thank Me Later is low key like kind of underrated. Then I would
I can agree.
Then I would edge Nothing Was the Same after that, then More Life, then Views.
Yeah, I can agree, but I would put, like you said, Thank Me Later. I mean, Take Care first. If You're Reading This, It's Too Late second, but then the third, I would put Nothing Was the Same.
Everybody loves that album. There are amazing songs, and then there are songs that I can't listen to.
I think Nothing Was the Same was the first album on iTunes I ever bought. Like, I think the time he dropped, I was like 14, but I was like begging my mom for a credit card. Like, man, Drake just dropped. Like, that was like the first album I really bought.
Right. No, I get it. Hold on. Let me pull up the Nothing Was the Same track list. I do remember I hated the song The Language. I couldn't get with that song.
I love that song. With Birdman on it?
With the song with Birdman? No. Birdman on a majority of songs is terrible.
He has a couple. All right, I can agree with that, but he got a couple of good songs where it's just like, I can see where you're coming from, Bird. But like, but you always realize this when Birdman's on the track, like they only give him like, bro, barely like 9 bars. Like they don't give him a long verse, bro. They give him like some short. Get your little verse in and then get out of the studio. You know what I'm saying?
But like why put him on the song in general? Like I can't. Like don't put him on the song. Just chill in the studio. Like, don't get on the mic. Let's see.
That's how it is for a lot of artists. I ain't gonna say no names. I just have to keep my mouth shut on that.
Okay, so the songs that I love that I have in my library: Tuscan Leather, Furthest Thing, Hold On, We're Going Home, Connect, Pound Cake, Too Much, and Come Through. That's it.
Pound Cake was so hard, man.
Pound Cake was great. But I wish Jay-Z went harder, because that's a beat like right up his alley.
Oh yeah. You can tell he had a lot to do with the production on that, man. A lot to do with it.
All right, so I could talk about music all day, but I just want to know, what are your plans into the future, and where do you see yourself 5 years, 10 years from now?
Man, the future, I can't even tell you what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Nah, I got goals though, man. The future is real bright right now. I'm in this stage where it's kind of like for the past year, I really been getting beat in the face career wise. You know, a lot of things happened, bro. A lot of things happened that kind of humbled me in a way, because I remember, first out of high school, I was a little big headed, with the success I was getting, and a lot of things in life happened to humble me, and all these lessons bring me to the stage I'm in life right now. And that's just building, bro. It's kind of like building back what, life broke down. It's like working out a muscle, and that's how I feel like my life is. So, I'm working very hard on this YouTube thing, trying to get them views back. Man, I'm really trying to get to 500,000 subscribers real soon. But, just really trying to get my channel back to where, I was on top. And, 7th is something I take a little bit more serious than a lot of people think I do. I'm working on, pitching it to some stores right now. I don't really want to speak too much on that, but it's a lot of things coming. I'm really taking my career like it's supposed to be taken, as a career and not like a hobby anymore, which is a good thing. But I'm trying to keep it fun at the same time. So 5 years from now, you should be able to see my 7th clothing brand in stores. Zoomy should have it pretty soon. My YouTube career should be skyrocketed. I think my lifetime goal on YouTube, I'll be happy if I can get 5 million subscribers. If I can have 5 million, I think I'll really be accomplished. I feel accomplished. But, I really want to be in movies soon. I want to create my own movies. I got scripts on my computer, bro. Like, I got some storylines that's crazy. I think that nobody has really seen before. But, I'm just really pushing the art and the creativity, whether it be fashion or film or whatever I choose to do in the day, but I'm just really pushing it further and trying to, inspire others in my journey. So, yeah.
All right. Is there anything you want to plug at the end here?
Shouts out to everybody who's been supporting me over the years through the hard times, bro. Can't do all the stuff I've been through with my channel and my career. To say that there's people that still really, have faith in me is it's great. It gives me hope still. Big shouts out to God, bro. I wouldn't be here without him. Shouts out to my boy Mills. That's day one. I always got him. Shouts out to, everybody. My girl, man. That's my rock, man. Shout out to my mama. Shout out to my pops, man. They invested in me when nobody would. My first trip to Playlist, my moms and dad paid for that, bro, because they had faith in me. So shout out to my brother Kareem, Joel. We only from the top. We only from the top now.
All right, for sure. I appreciate you taking the time with me.
Most definitely, but I had really fun. I had a lot of fun, man. If you ever want to do another interview, man, I'm down.
All right, for sure. I appreciate it.
Most definitely.